Hello and welcome. With the featured poll concerning the introduction of rares into the '07 servers that is set to come out tomorrow, depending on when you see this video, the poll may or may not already be out. The poll, of course, will be like previous poll. It will require 75% approval to pass. It'll be a poll concerning the introduction of rares into the '07 servers. Now, this question isn't as simple as a yes or no, because it all depends on how it would be introduced, if it is introduced at all. Should it be untradeable or tradable? Should everybody get one, or should it be obtained through gameplay? Allowing it to be accessible to all players also make it accessible to gold farming sites who can make level 3s and mass produce it. So this is a very controversial topic. They've also clarified what items are considered a rare item. There are the old tradable rares and the old untradable rares. There will be a separate section dealing with the tradable and the untradable list. So the first poll isn't too interesting, it's a yes or no. I feel most people may vote for yes, which will lead to the second poll on how rares should be introduced. If you do not want rares to be introduced in the '07 servers, well then the rest of the video will not really be relevant. Also, the following assumes that rares will be tradable. If it isn't tradable, then it doesn't really matter how they're introduced. So here are some of the more popular ideas on the forum on how people think rares should be introduced, including a 10th question found by a post by ModMattK. So first question isn't too specific, as a limited period is good in certain cases but not all, so I can't really give my opinion on this because it depends purely on what kind of limited period it means. Such as, is it a holiday event, or is it a limited time competition, or even a weekend where it can be obtained through in-game content such as boss hunting, skilling, not PK, because with PK it could be easily farmed, as seen by the Wild Stalker hat that counts how many kills a player have done in the wilderness, where most of the people who have the hat have probably farmed the whole 5,000 kills. Also seen by the Bounty Hunter Worlds with 25 and 75k, to use the Bounty Hunter World drop system to farm cash. So introducing rares through PK will not work out. Through skilling or boss hunting, that's kind of iffy, but that's kind of what makes this question depend solely on how it is introduced. As for dropping rares as they were done before through holiday events, I feel this is not the way to go, as it will lead to instant hoarding as seen by the Wheel of Fortune in the main game with Fish Mask. And the main problem with introducing rares is it has to not be possible to mass produce the rares through botting, or else it'll hold no value, because if it is available to everybody, it makes it easily available to gold selling companies. So reintroducing like they were done in the past will just lead to mass hoarding by gold farming sites, and the one who holds the most rare will just be whoever made the most accounts to get the most rares, which will be, of course, gold selling sites. So real players lose in this case. Number 3. Treasure Trail reward, it's not a dead no, but it's also not a straight yes either. If it is made even more rare than the Third Age item, then maybe. This rewards late game players who may kill higher level monsters, as well as making an incentive to get up to that point. So rewarding players through gameplay is a yes in my book, but remember it requires 75% approval to pass, so it still goes down to a popular vote. Number 4. Rare Monster Drop. This is, again, not a dead yes, but also not a straight no. Just like Treasure Trail rewards, it rewards players through gameplay, but restricts it mostly to higher level players. So kinda iffy on Treasure Trail and Rare Monster Drops, as it rewards higher level, but also makes it rewarding to get up to that point. Number 5 and 6. I'm going to keep it short, just no, because eventually all items fall below shop value, because why would you buy from a player for more expensive than shop value unless it requires like a quest or a certain skill total to do, but even that, eventually it still drops below shop value. Number 7. Rare items given out as community rewards. Now, this is one I'm more for if it's well planned ahead, because it gives an incentive for a competitive environment, like maybe a Jagex Hill competition where they hold like a PvP, PvM, or even a skilling competition where the winner receives a rare. Now, this opens up the room for in-game competitive minigames, like how the duel tournament was meant to be but was removed at a later date. So I'm more for this idea as long as it's properly advertised as well as properly organized. Because I know several Jagex held competition in the past that were poorly planned, and the winners of the competition were not rewarded with what they were promised on several occasions. Although I do not support competitions where it rewards players who share accounts, such as, for example, a 72-hour Slayer weekend competition where the winner is whoever gains the most XP, where the winner will always be somebody who shared accounts to alternate their sleep cycle to win. So in the end, it all depends on how this is executed. Number 8, giving one rare to each player. Again, it depends on how it's done, if it is done. I would think the best way to do this is to make it available only to players who played before a certain time. So for example, maybe only to registered users who voted for 07, maybe for only players who played during the first week. And if not, well, if it was made for every old school player, like, please do not make it available to any new old school players after its announcement, or else bots will mass produce amounts of rares and the winner would just be the gold selling companies who made hundreds of accounts to get their rare. But of course, you would have to remove all the bots from the list who are eligible for the rare so that only legitimate players have access. Number 9, rare drops when skilling. Now this is an odd one, because what counts as skilling? Is combat XP count as skilling? Will it be based on XP gains, where construction has one of the fastest XP in the game? Or will it be based on tick, where each time you get XP, it gets you a chance of a rare? So it would be like pickpocketing men would be one of the fastest way. Personally, I don't think this is the way to go, because now this is my opinion on it, feel free to disagree. I feel it should be rewarded through gameplay, not getting 200 mil construction for rares, not pickpocketing men to 99 just to get rares. But also, doesn't combat XP count as skill? And as you can see here, this isn't just all black and white. And the last one, number 10, seasonal events. Won't work out. This is just no, as seasonal events are available to all players, including level 3s, which in turn favors the gold farming companies, not legitimate players. So that was my take on the future poll. As you can see, none of this is a dead yes. There is no perfect situation. If they make it fair to all, where each player gets one, then this favors the bot companies. Although thinking about this, I may make a second video following this up on top 10 ways I think rare should be introduced to the game. Of course, this will be my opinion on what is the most fair way. So whenever this poll is out, I hope this video gave an alternative perspective for each of these questions. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.